If you've been seeing 1111, 222, or 333 everywhere, if people from your past are suddenly reappearing, if you're getting insights out of nowhere that feel like downloads, you're not imagining it. According to quantum physics, these aren't coincidences. They're measurement signatures. Your wave function is actively collapsing. But here's what no one tells you. Collapse without direction is just noise. That's why you see the signs but nothing changes. Today, I'm showing you the exact three-step method to direct the collapse. The same physics that makes electrons appear also makes your reality solidify. This is the field method, the science, the method, the shift. Here's the problem with how manifestation is taught. They tell you to visualize. They tell you to feel it real. They tell you the universe is listening. But they never explain the physics of why it works, or more importantly, why it stops working. And that's where people get stuck. You do everything right. You see the synchronicities. You feel the shifts. But then, nothing solidifies. It's like watching waves in the ocean that never crash onto shore. Here's what's actually happening. In quantum mechanics, every possibility exists simultaneously in what's called superposition. Your desired reality, it already exists. Your current reality, it already exists. Every version in between already exists. The double-slit experiment proved this in 1927. Particles exist as waves of probability until observed. The act of observation collapses the wave into one specific outcome. This is called the observer effect. And here's the part that changes everything. You are the observer, not passively, not accidentally, but structurally. When you see 1111, that's not the universe sending you a message. That's evidence that your observation field is active. You're already collapsing waves. The question isn't if you're doing it. The question is, are you directing it, or is it collapsing randomly? Because collapse without intention is just drift. And that's exactly what the field method fixes. Let me show you the exact science. In the double-slit experiment, scientists fire electrons at a screen with two slits. When no one observes which slit the electron goes through, it behaves like a wave, passing through both slits simultaneously. You get an interference pattern. But the moment you measure which slit it goes through, the wave collapses. The electron becomes a particle. It chooses one path. The measurement, the observation, forces reality to pick. Now scale this up. Your desired reality exists as a wave of probability. So does your current reality. So does every reality in between. They're all real. They're all accessible. They're all waiting for one thing, observation. But here's where most people fail. They observe passively. They notice the signs. They feel the possibility. But they never structure the observation. Think about it like this. If you shine a flashlight randomly in a dark room, you'll see fragments. A chair, a corner, some shapes. But if you methodically scan the room with intention, you map the entire space. Structured observation collapses waves with direction. Random observation just creates noise. And that's the difference between, I keep seeing signs but nothing happens, and my reality shifted within days. The field method teaches structured observation, not as a concept, as a protocol. So let's talk about what's happening to you right now. You've been seeing the signs, maybe for weeks, maybe for months. You see 1111 and you think, okay, the universe is confirming this. You run into someone from your past and you think, this means something. You get a sudden insight and you think, I'm on the right path. And you are. But here's what's actually happening at the quantum level. Those signs aren't messages from the field. They're feedback loops from your observation. When you notice 1111, your consciousness briefly locks onto a specific frequency. That frequency is the probability wave of your desired reality. The fact that you're seeing it means you're already entangled with it. But seeing it and collapsing it are two different things. Think of it like this. You're standing at the edge of the ocean. You can see the waves. You can feel the spray. You can hear the rhythm. But until you step in, you're not swimming. The signs are evidence that the wave exists. But you have to collapse it. And here's the mistake. Most people see the sign and then wait. They wait for the universe to do something. They wait for the reality to materialize on its own. But quantum mechanics doesn't work that way. The wave doesn't collapse itself. The observer collapses it. And if you're not observing with structure, the wave just keeps oscillating. That's why you see the signs but nothing changes. That's why you feel close but never arrive. That's why you're in superposition, stuck between what is and what could be. The field method gives you the structure. It teaches you how to step from possibility into actuality. Not through more visualizing, not through more affirming, not through more waiting, but through directed observation. And that starts with step 1. Step 1 is called lock the frequency. Here's what this means. In quantum mechanics, every reality has a unique frequency signature. Your current reality, one frequency. Your desired reality, a different frequency. Right now, you're probably oscillating between both. You think about what you want, frequency shifts up. You worry about your current situation, frequency shifts down. This is called quantum decoherence. You're not holding the signal long enough for collapse to occur. Lock the frequency means hold one signal steady for long enough that the wave has to collapse. Here's how you do it. Part A. Identify the sensation. 1 minute. Close your eyes. Think about your desired reality. Not the details. Not the story. Just the feeling of it already being real. What does your body feel like in that reality? Not happy or grateful. Those are too vague. I mean specifically, is your chest open? Is your breathing deep? Is there warmth in your solar plexus? Is there clarity in your head? Find the physical sensation. That sensation is the frequency. Part B. Anchor it to a cue, 30 seconds. Now pick a physical anchor. This can be touching your thumb and index finger together, placing your hand on your heart, taking 3 deep breaths. Do this while holding the sensation. You're creating a neural quantum link. Every time you use this cue, your consciousness snaps to that frequency. Part C. Lock it daily, 2 minutes minimum. Every morning, before you check your phone, use your cue. Feel the sensation. Hold it for 2 to 5 minutes. You're not visualizing. You're not affirming. You're tuning. Like a radio that needs to lock onto 101.5 FM, your consciousness needs to lock onto the frequency of your desired reality. The more consistent you are, the faster the wave collapses. This is step 1. Master this before moving forward. Step 2. Observe with intent. Once you've locked the frequency, now you observe. But not passively, not hopefully, with intent. Here's the physics. In the double-slit experiment, the electron doesn't collapse because someone is looking. Collapses because there's a measurement device in place. Observation in quantum mechanics means a system interacts with another system in a way that extracts information. Your consciousness is the measurement device. But most people observe without extracting information. They see 1111 and think, cool. They run into someone and think, weird. They get an insight and then immediately doubt it. That's passive observation. Intentional observation means you expect to see evidence. You interpret the evidence as confirmation. You act on the evidence immediately. Here's the protocol. Part A. Set the observation window, morning. Right after step 1, locking frequency. Say internally, today, I will observe evidence that desired reality is collapsing into form. I will recognize it when I see it. I will act on it immediately. You're priming your reticular activating system, RAS. You're telling your consciousness what to measure. Part B. Active scanning throughout the day. As you move through your day, stay alert for synchronicities, numbers, names, symbols related to your desire, opportunities, someone mentions something relevant, resources, information, people, tools appear, intuitive hits, sudden knowing of what to do next. When you notice one, don't dismiss it. Say internally, this is evidence. I acknowledge this measurement. You're collapsing the wave in real time. Part C. Immediate microaction. Within 1 hour. Here's the critical part. Every time you observe evidence, take one small action within the next hour. See 1111? Text someone related to your goal. Run into an old contact. Have the conversation. Get an insight. Write it down and do the first step. Why does this matter? Because action in 3D space anchors the quantum collapse. The wave exists in probability. Action exists in actuality. When you act on the observation, you're bridging both. This is step 2. Observe with intent. Act immediately. Step 3. Sustain coherence. This is where most people lose the collapse. They lock the frequency. They observe the signs. They even take action. But then doubt creeps in, or impatience, or fear, and the wave decoheres. Here's what coherence means in physics. Coherent waves are waves that stay in phase, they align. Like a laser, all light waves moving in the same direction. Incoherent waves are out of sync. They cancel each other out. Like regular light, scattered in all directions. Your consciousness works the same way. When you hold one frequency without contradiction, your observation field is coherent. The wave collapses cleanly, but when you oscillate, believing one moment, doubting the next, your field becomes incoherent. The wave never fully collapses. Sustaining coherence means you stay locked on the frequency even when external reality hasn't caught up yet. Here's how. Part A. Daily recalibration, 2 minutes. Every night before sleep, use your anchor from step 1. Feel the frequency. Review the evidence you observed that day. Step 2. Say internally, the wave is collapsing. These signs confirm it. I remain coherent. You're reinforcing the signal before your subconscious processes the day. Part B. Doubt protocol. When it happens, doubt will come. That's not failure, it's human. But here's what you do. The moment you notice doubt, don't fight it. Acknowledge it. This is incoherence. I recognize it. Then immediately return to your anchor. Feel the frequency for 30 seconds. You're not suppressing doubt. You're choosing coherence over doubt. Part C. Evidence journal. Optional but powerful. Keep a note on your phone. Every time you observe evidence, step 2. Write what you saw, what it means, what you did. After 7 days, read it back. You'll see the pattern. You'll see the collapse happening in stages. This is step 3. Sustain coherence. Trust the process. Stay locked. Now let's talk about how you know it's working. Because the field method isn't based on blind faith. It's based on measurable feedback. Here are the signs that your wave function is actively collapsing. Category 1. Synchronicities. External evidence. You'll start seeing 1111, 222, 333, 444 multiple times per day. Names, places, or symbols related to your desire appearing randomly. People from your past reappearing, especially those connected to your goal. Conversations where someone mentions exactly what you were just thinking about. These aren't coincidences. They're quantum entanglement markers. Your consciousness is now locked onto a specific probability wave. Reality is reflecting that entanglement back to you. Category 2. Internal shifts. Consciousness changes. You'll notice sudden clarity about what to do next, no more confusion. Strong intuitive hits that feel like downloads. Decreased anxiety about the outcome. You just know it's happening. Dreams become more vivid or directly related to your desire. This is your observation field stabilizing. You're moving from incoherent to coherent consciousness. Category 3. Opportunity cascade. Material evidence. You'll experience unexpected opportunities that directly relate to your goal. Resources appearing, money, information, contacts, without you forcing it. Obstacles dissolving faster than usual. Things that were stuck suddenly moving forward. This is the wave collapsing into particle form. Probability is becoming actuality. Category 4. Physiological markers. Body evidence. You'll feel changes in sleep patterns, more REM activity, vivid dreams, energy shifts, either more energy or deep rest periods. Physical sensations during step 1, tingling, warmth, pressure in chest/head, a sense of being between worlds or timeline shifts. Your nervous system is recalibrating to the new frequency. Here's what to expect. Days 1 to 3, you'll see synchronicities increase. Days 4 to 7, you'll feel internal clarity and decreased resistance. Days 8 to 14, small opportunities and resources start appearing. Days 15 to 30, larger shifts, people, situations, or outcomes materialize. Results vary because everyone's starting coherence is different. But if you're seeing signs in categories 1 and 2, categories 3 and 4 are already in motion. You're not waiting for the shift. You're in the shift. The wave is collapsing. Now let's troubleshoot the most common blocks. Here are the 4 biggest problems people face and how to fix them. Problem 1. I see the signs, but nothing physical changes. Diagnosis. You're observing, but you're not acting. Step 2. Part C is missing. Fix. Every time you see a sign, take one microaction within 1 hour. The action doesn't have to be big. It just has to exist in 3D space. Example, C1111, send one text related to your goal. That action anchors the observation into material reality. Problem 2. I start strong, then doubt takes over. Diagnosis. You're not sustaining coherence. Step 3, failure. Fix. Set a phone alarm for 8 p.m. every day labeled coherence check. When it goes off, use your anchor. Step 1. Review today's evidence. Step 2. Say, I remain coherent. The wave is collapsing. Doubt is normal. Staying coherent despite doubt is mastery. Problem 3. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Diagnosis. You're looking for perfection instead of consistency. Fix. The field method doesn't require perfection. It requires repetition. If you do step 1 for even 90 seconds every morning, you're collapsing waves. If you observe even one sign per day and act on it, you're directing the collapse. Progress compounds. Trust the structure. Problem 4. Nothing is happening at all. Diagnosis. You're likely in one of 2 states. State A. Your frequency isn't locked. Go back to step 1. Spend a full week only on step 1. Don't move to step 2 until you can feel the frequency clearly and consistently. State B. You're observing the wrong evidence. You're waiting for the big sign, the job offer, the relationship, the money. But collapse happens in stages. Look for micro-evidence. A stranger smiles at you. You find $5. You think of someone and they text you. These are leading indicators. Acknowledge them. Act on them. The big shifts follow the small ones. Golden rule. If you're seeing signs in any category, even just synchronicities, the method is working. Your job isn't to force the outcome. Your job is to stay coherent and keep observing. The wave will collapse when the measurement is complete. Now I'm going to guide you through the exact process. You can do this with your eyes open or closed. Just stay present. This is the wave collapse protocol, steps 1, 2, and 3 combined into one practice. Let's begin. 30 seconds. Frequency lock. Take a deep breath in and out. Now think about your desired reality. Not the story, not the details, just the feeling of it already being real. Where do you feel it in your body? Your chest? Your stomach? Your head? Find that sensation now. Good. Now create your anchor. Touch your thumb and finger together, or place your hand on your heart. Hold the sensation and the anchor together for the next 30 seconds. Pause. 30 seconds of silence or ambient sound. 1 minute. Observation primer. Now, still holding that frequency, say internally, I am the observer. My desired reality exists as a wave of probability. Today, I will observe evidence of its collapse. I will recognize it when I see it. I will act on it immediately. Take a deep breath. You've just primed your consciousness for measurement. 1 minute. Collapse visualization. Now imagine, in front of you is a field of waves, infinite possibilities moving in all directions. As you observe, one wave begins to glow. It's your wave, the frequency of your desired reality. As you focus on it, the wave begins to slow down. It's no longer scattered. It's becoming coherent. And now, as you watch, the wave collapses, condenses into form, into particles, into matter. You see it taking shape. This is happening right now, not as imagination, but as quantum measurement. 1 minute, coherence lock. Now say internally, I remain coherent. I trust the collapse. I will see the evidence today. I will act on it. The wave is already collapsing. Take one final deep breath. Feel the frequency locked in. 1 minute. Return plus integration. When you're ready, open your eyes. You've just collapsed a wave. Now your job is simple. Stay alert. Observe the signs. Act immediately. The method is in motion. You can return to this protocol anytime you need to recalibrate. Morning, night, or whenever doubt appears. This is the field method. The science. The method. The shift. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. I'm going to share a real case, anonymized for privacy, from someone who applied the field method exactly as taught. Context. This person wanted to shift their career. They'd been in the same job for 6 years. Unfulfilled. Stuck. Underpaid. They knew they wanted something creative, remote, and flexible. But they had no network, no clear path, and a lot of doubt. What they did. Day 1 to 7. Step 1 only. Every morning, they locked the frequency. They found the sensation. Expansive chest, calm mind, lightness in the body. They anchored it by placing their hand on their heart. Day 4. They started seeing 1111 and 444 daily. Day 8. They added step 2. They set the observation window every morning. I will observe evidence that my ideal career is collapsing into form. Day 9. A former colleague texted them out of nowhere asking if they were still in their field. They replied immediately, microaction. The colleague mentioned a remote creative role at their company. Day 12. They saw 1111 3 times in one day. They took it as confirmation and updated their portfolio, microaction. Day 15. They got a message on LinkedIn from a recruiter for a role they didn't even apply to. It matched every single criteria. Creative, remote, flexible, higher pay. Day 18. First interview scheduled. Day 21. Second interview. Day 28. Offer received. What they said. I didn't believe it at first. I thought the signs were just my brain playing tricks. But I followed the method anyway. And the moment I started acting on the signs instead of just noticing them, everything accelerated. It wasn't magic. It was physics. I was collapsing the wave, and reality had no choice but to reflect it. Here's the pattern. They didn't skip steps. They didn't try to force the outcome. They locked the frequency, observed with intent, and acted immediately. And within 28 days, their reality shifted. Now, will your timeline be 28 days? Maybe shorter, maybe longer, but the physics doesn't change. Lock the frequency, observe with intent, sustain coherence. The wave will collapse. That's not a promise, it's a law. So here's what happens next. You have the method. You understand the science. You know the signs to look for. Now you apply it. Starting tomorrow morning. Step 1. Lock the frequency, 2 to 5 minutes. Step 2. Observe with intent. Throughout the day plus take microactions. Step 3. Sustain coherence. Recalibrate before sleep. Do this consistently for 14 days. In 14 days, come back and leave a comment with the evidence you observed. Not because I need proof, but because documenting the collapse reinforces coherence. And when you share your evidence, you help others see what's possible. But here's the most important thing. You don't need anything else to start. You have the science. You have the method. You have the structure. The wave is already there. You just have to collapse it. And now you know how. Open loop. In the next video, I'm going to show you something even more advanced. How to use quantum entanglement to accelerate the collapse. This is what happens when you're not just observing your wave function, but entangling with the wave functions of other people, opportunities, and timelines. It's called the entanglement protocol. And if you thought today's method was powerful, you haven't seen anything yet. But for now, apply what you learned today. The science is real. The method works. Your reality is already shifting. This is the field method. The science. The method. The shift. I'll see you in the next one. Before you go, let me leave you with this. The double-slit experiment changed physics forever. It proved that reality doesn't exist independently of observation. It proved that consciousness isn't separate from matter. It proved that you, the observer, have the power to collapse infinite possibilities into one specific outcome. That's not philosophy, that's physics. And the field method is the application of that physics to your life. So if you've been seeing the signs, you're already in the process. If you've been feeling the shifts, the wave is already collapsing. If you've been waiting for confirmation, this is the confirmation. Your reality is a wave function. You are the observer. The collapse is inevitable. The only question is, are you directing it or drifting through it? If this video gave you clarity, hit the like button. If you're ready to apply the method, subscribe. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. Because the more people who understand the science, the more people who shift their reality. And that's what we're building here. A community that doesn't just hope. A community that knows. Thank you for being here. Now go collapse some waves. This is the field method. I'll see you in the next shift.